Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. I'm here with the Ring Part 2. I didn't even realize there was a Part 2. I thought there was only Part 1. So I got through Part 1 all excited. Where's my car? Where's my car? No. Now there's an Evolution Cup. That's how you get the car. And this one, unlike the first part, is a lot more difficult. That is expected with these Duality Cups. So I had to put the Stage 6s in on the Porsches and the AMG, and off we go. Now, I did leave out the weakest Stage 6s, such as intake and turbo for both cars, since I think I can make it without them, albeit probably cutting it very close. But we're going to try. Let's see what happens. Alright, this Porsche is not a bad car, but it does have a bit of tire spin in the beginning, and I find that it's almost better to just do this. Get to the higher gears and then let it run through like that. I'm sure there's a max shift pattern that'll be better, but that's what I'm using for now. It's getting me my 8.7s, which is right around where dyno is, so it's good enough for my purposes for now. If I get stuck somewhere, I may go do some research and find out if there are some better strategies or shift patterns I could use. As of right now though, we're gonna wing it. Okay, here we go. It's only 20 races, so that's the good news. The bad news is, of course, I'm not sure I'm gonna make it all the way through. Oh, there we go. That was a little better. May have to let certain gears go all the way. And now we're down to 8.5s. But now I totally forgot what my actual dyno is. I suspect the dyno is an 8.7. I'm able to beat it slightly. That's pretty consistent to what I expect this car to be able to do. So off we go round. Okay, so speed trap 282 already. That's actually a pretty tough speed trap for this car. That's pretty high, but should be doable. Same deal. We're gonna see if I can 316. All right. Probably not the best way to do it, but can't complain with the results as long as you beat the target numbers. Life is good. Moving on. Okay, so this, when it lags like that, it means it already went into the next race, and even though I'm still looking at the reward screen, so that happens more often than not. Do like fourth gear pull through, fifth gear, sixth gear, seventh gear, and did we do all right on that one? Let's take a look. Nope, actually worse. So maybe I should let third gear. Who knows? Let me try. We'll keep trying. Keep trying new techniques. I mean, honestly, I'm not trying too hard here because as long as the car is pulling through and winning, there's no real reason to worry about it too much. But of course, I think perfect launch, quick to second, third, fourth, fifth, nitrous in fourth or fifth. It's one or the other. Haven't quite. I think fifth works, so I'm not really switching the nitrous timing. Probably fourth would be better, so we'll see. We'll try fourth. But the next challenge is showing as extreme, so that means this isn't going to pull it off already. So that is pretty tough. I mean, we're only missing 3 stage 6s here, otherwise fully maxed pretty much. So I'm missing tire, turbo, and intake only, and it's a 298. Oh, I'll make that. That might be extreme, but we did 316 on the last one. Okay. Yep. But going into the later gears early, 326 mile per hour, so well over the challenge requirements, but it's not over yet. The next challenge is probably a time challenge, and now it's also extreme. So that means 8.7 isn't going to cut it. Have to run faster. All right. So let's see what the challenge numbers come out to be. Okay, it's keeping up with me. Don't pass me. Don't pass me. Don't pass me. Ooh. I think I got it. No, I didn't. Damn it. Alright, what did he run? Okay, so I know I can beat this time because I did better than this before. The main issue is I don't remember how I did it. shift pattern being the main issue here. Now, but this is only race 7 of 10 with this car. That means I'm still short. Probably coming up for the next race, I'm going to lose. So let's see what happens here. I'm gonna pull ahead and no. Frustrating. Oh, that was actually slower. Let's try one more time. I'm not going to waste too much time on this. I have the parts, but I was really hoping to get through without having to leverage all those stage 6s. But if it's what it is, then you have to deal with it and put the parts in. I'm hoping not to. Oh, made it. All right. So made it on that race. Probably not going to make it for the next race. And I am still looking at 8.6 runs when I believe I saw 8.5, high 8.5 run before. So let's see what the next challenge is for. It's still time, and this time it's going to be a faster car. That means really I need to get this exactly right, or I am not getting through. Okay, so yep. So 8.6 isn't going to cut it now. Let's see what the target number is. 8.496. And it's Max. Look, Max beat Max. Oh, I'm mad at you, Max. That's not right. I should not be beaten by Max. Okay, so I'm going to go back to lobby, to garage, and go ahead and toss that other stage 6 in, which is the tire. As you can see, I'm basically already maxed out on the parts, so you really have to put a lot of parts in if you're using the Gold Star GT2 RS. It's not so easy to just, say, oh, I'll throw a few parts on and I'll win this. This is basically a maxed out car, and it's still struggling a bit. Okay, so let's take a look here. 8.366 should more than do it. We'll stick with that. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Bit of a tire spinner car, but other than that, it's not too bad. Not a low performance point high evo car though, so not really useful for live racing per se. Again, a lot of these Porsches are not bad cars. They're fast, but they're just not very good when it comes to lobby matchmaking. Okay, oh, different car. That's not a good sign. Okay, so I'm doing like the 2, 3, 4, 5 at different points to get the car to run a little better. And it's an 8.1 run on an 8.3 dyno, beating out 8.423. Good old Nick. Nick did not make it. Max disappeared this time. I did not get Max. I got Nick. Although it's still faster than my car would have run without the tire. So that kind of put me in the position where I'm basically stuck with a near maxed car, or you don't win. So Evolution Cup, definitely not easy. And this challenge here for the sprint wasn't too bad, but it wasn't great either. That's pretty close. So again, the good news is with enough parts, I'm not tuning the car. I don't have to even worry about tuning it for anything. I just run right through. The bad news is you're going to need a lot of parts. Okay, so now race number 10 to 20, both cars have to be leveraged. Now both cars are running basically 5 out of 7 stage 6s, and therefore are close to fully maxed. And let's just see how tight the races are, even though the car's that upgraded for the purpose of this event. Here we go. Let's do this. I'm going to have to probably strip parts off of this Porsche after this event, because after it's done, if I plan to build that Clubsport for the next event, I'm going to have to start swapping some fusions around, which kind of sucks. That's not something I like doing. But sometimes that's what you have to do. So these are very resource intensive events. This particular one right now, only 8 days. So they're really pushing you to get this car built, both cars built to be honest, and both to almost near max level. Not new player friendly as usual. And if you don't have the Clubsport, you're going to have to get it some other way potentially with tickets or other options down the line for the continuation events. So right from get-go, they're making it so that if you don't have enough resources, you're not getting anywhere. So this America series is not going to be for the poor people, so to speak. You know, the free-to-play players may eke out a few parts of the event, but I have a feeling you're not going to get really far in the series, I should say, without either having played a long time and have a lot of cars fully built, or have a lot of resources on hand, or there's always, you know, reaching into your wallet. That will solve all problems with these games. If you have deep enough pockets, nothing is a problem. Okay. Some of the monetary rewards are okay. 600k is a decent amount. It certainly won't make up for the 6 million you'll have to spend if you don't have these cars already built, but any cash coming back is better than nothing. Okay, so here we go again, taking down the next opponent. Now this AMG is not a bad car, not great either. Same deal as the Porsche. High upgrade level to run basically near dyno isn't all that impressive, and it certainly isn't all that useful outside of this event. So unfortunately, you're building two cars to get a third car, which you'll build for another event, which all of which are not going to be all that useful outside of these events. So that's the sad reality of a lot of these cars we're using in CSR2 events. That goes also for the RTR Mustang. It also goes for that Prize Cup GT. All these initial group cars are not really going to be that great. Okay, let's see. 14 out of 20. We're moving right along here. So this is getting close. Again, the difficulties are getting higher and higher, but we're kind of moving along at least. So here we go. Alright, I screwed that up with the launch. So this will be like more of an 8.1 run instead of 8.0, which is what I was looking for. Okay, but at least up to this point it's still on the green, which means everything's easy, and we're only 4 or 5 races away from the prize car. So let's go ahead and get that going. Okay, so did a little bit differently there. Probably didn't help the time. I'm probably going to run a little bit slower, although it didn't look too bad. Yeah, 8.091, a little slower than what I could have ran, but not terrible, not terrible. Okay, final few races coming up. Get it done. Okay, here we go. Sprint. This one should be interesting. Okay, this car does sprint pretty well, so it's not a slow sprinter. 1.663, 1.933. Got the job done. Again, no tuning because I have enough parts. Now, can you squeeze through with some tuning? Not on the time side. I think the problem here is even if you can tune around the speed traps and the sprints, you're going to get stuck because you're just not going fast enough. That's the problem here. So you have to run past the opponent times, which looks like on both parts you need a car that does at least 8.3 or better. Okay, so whatever it is. Now obviously I didn't use the purple star version, which is a slightly quicker car, but in the end I think 8.2, 8.3 is what you have to be able to beat, which for these cars unfortunately also means majority of the upgrades minus turbo and intake's okay because they're generally weak stage 6s, but outside of that you really have to have your parts together. Okay, so another 8.7, 8.8 run, 8.61, 061. Okay, went to extreme, last 2 races. That's expected since I don't have the cars fully upgraded, but that's still kind of, wow, you know, missing only 2 of the worst stage 6s and it's already telling me, oh, speed trap, always an issue. Yep. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if we can push this through. $313. All right, little close, but got through at 315 miles per hour without retuning. This is on basically 0-100 tires, so this is actually not tuned for sprinting, but this is a quarter-mile sprint nonetheless, and it's, you know, anyway, the point is, tuning around the speed traps may even be possible with one more stage 6 missing, but time-wise, you're going to be really stuck if you're pushing it that way. So even this final quarter-mile relay is still on the extreme simply because both cars are kind of close to start with. However, once again, it's hard, you won't see it on my screen, but it's actually 3 bars extreme, not 4 bar extreme, which tells me it's really not extreme. That's more like hard. So I expect to beat both, at least one opponent, pretty decent amount, depending on how they match you with the other car. Like if I get a T5 car that's going to run past me on this one, I should be able to still do well on the other one. Okay, so let's go ahead and push it. Oh, very close, which means I have a chance. And my second car is actually the faster quarter-mile car, and therefore it should be able to get through without a headache. So again, the 3 bar extreme isn't as extreme as a full 4 bar extreme, which means you're just not gonna, usually you're just not gonna make it. Okay, so here we go. Try to get the RPM drop here, which gives me the best runtime, and there it is. And we are done. That was 20 races in the Evolution Cup of the Rain, which again, both cars are only missing 2 stage 6s, very close to fully maxed, and they're definitely both the weaker of the stage 6s. And there it is, the club, I think it is the Clubsport GT2RS Clubsport with the black Martini Racing style livery. Okay, special delivery. So here's the problem. Now you have another Porsche which eats up another 135 Fusions that you're going to have to build. So that's going to be the issue. But we probably will need to build this, because this is, I think, one of the lock-ins that you have to consider for one of the other events. I'll have to take a look again at the release information from Natural Motion to understand exactly where this car is going to fit in the lineup later before I spend any money on it. If this is not going to be a car that is absolutely needed for something, I'm going to leave it alone for now, because another $6 million off of what cash I have is going to really start eating into my overall cash flow. That being said as well, I'm going to definitely spend a bunch of time this season grinding cash, because with all these events in the next 90 days, none of us will have enough cash. Just no way to keep up unless you're grinding hard to keep the numbers flowing up. In any case, thank you for joining me for the Evolution, the Ring, and let me know what you think. Are you going to make it? You think you won't make it? Any questions about upgrades, tuning, etc., feel free to ask. If you like the video, leave a like, and if you like my channel, please subscribe, hit the bell so you can get notifications when I put up new videos. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.